Hey guys, I'm back. It's episode 4. It's America's turn. However, let's go ahead and finish up Japan's turn. So Japan will end up with $41 after its turn. Over here, everything's looking okay. That was a walk-in. They won Hunan. They obliterated in Yunnan. The land units did. The air units survived. One in Kwangtung, one in French Indochina, one in Shan State. Took Borneo, one here. The battleship didn't hit, which was quite surprising. Here the destroyer hit the battleship, so I took a damage on the battleship, and then took the Philippine Islands, losing 2 infantry. The battle down here was not successful. The destroyer, Japanese destroyer missed, and the Anzac destroyer hit. So everything's looking relatively okay. There's a couple things to consider when using this strategy. One is that you brought America into the war first turn, and if your German counterpart is opting for a more slower strategy, where they're going after, like, say, Sea Lion, or they want to wait one more turn before they go after Russia, then this might not be the best option for you, because then America comes into war real quick. They don't go to war with Germany per se, but it does put pressure on Germany, because Germany now has to kick it into gear in order to help you out, to give the Allies concern. That way the European allies are screaming for America's muscle, because they have all the economy. So it just depends. But at this point, Japan's looking very strong. Has conquered lots of territory. Is making quite a bit of money. Another thing is if you decide to wait with Japan, a later strategy, then you get your $10 bonus from America. And if you just go after China, take the first 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 territories, like you normally would, and you don't go to war with America, you make $40. However, I'm making $41 with this setup. So it all just depends. But anyway, it's not Japan's turn, it is America's turn. So how about we go ahead and move along. All right. America makes $52, and I buy 2 carriers, a cruiser, and a destroyer. Reason being is we build a carrier and a destroyer on the European side, and a carrier and a cruiser on the Pacific side. So if you notice, we have 1 fighter, 2, 3 fighters, 4 fighters. So that's enough fighters to fill up 2 carriers. Also, we buy the destroyer over here. That way the German subs don't give us issue. Quite frankly, you kind of need to build your navy up on the Atlantic side anyway. It's kind of sad and pathetic. But so that's for the build. For this side, we're not going to do a whole lot because, we're not at war with Germany or Italy. Henceforth, we can't move any ships off of our coast except for 102, and that's only warships. We can't take any land units anywhere. We can't even go take Brazil. So we just kind of have to sit here. We'll do a little bit over here, but not much. However, on the Pacific side of the war, we have been declared war on. We have been attacked. The Philippines have been taken from us. And so we can do whatever we want on the Pacific side. And basically all we're going to do is we're just going to move everything to Hawaii, bring a transport up from Hawaii, bring a transport down to Hawaii with troops on it, move this fighter over to the Atlantic side so we can fill that carrier. But basically all we're going to do is we're going to show force and pin this navy down and prove, hey, look, Japan, we have ample force and we have transports and we can come land, and that makes their capital vulnerable. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it now, because this is going to be kind of a short video, because after all, it is America. So we're going to bring those up. There's a transport in there with it. And that transport, if I can get this all set up, that transport is going to take an infantry and an artillery with it. So now we're going to bring an artillery and an infantry. Then we're going to take the transport that was here in Hawaii in the first place, and we're going to bring it back up here. That way we can bring more land units faster. And then we're going to take this fighter here, and and we're going to move it over to the European side. Now for the European side, we're not going to do a whole lot. We're just going to move these mechs up. And we're going to move this bomber up. However, we are going to take this infantry and tank from central United States over to the Pacific side. Reason being is there's more transports over here, and we are now at war with Japan right off the bat, meaning that we want to show, hey, that obviously you're not necessarily our most powerful enemy, but you are definitely our first line of thought as of right now, because we are not at war with Germany. Now, after Germany's turn, we'll see. We'll see if they declare war or not. But anyway, so basically this is all we're going to do. We're just going to move to the Hawaiian Islands, show force. They don't have enough to attack us. We don't have enough to attack them, not with their kamikaze attacks and their 3 fighter scramble. We have a 2 fighter scramble, but we have more surface ships to help us defend. Not to mention one of those carriers is empty. But basically, now we have land units, we have transport. We are in good position in Hawaii to move into the Caroline Islands, possibly Japan, or maybe even Korea. We can build a factory. Just depends. And we'll have to see what Japan does on next turn. For the European theater, all is quiet. Nothing's going on. We got our 2 fighters ready. The bombers ready to come over to London if need be, so we can do bombing runs. And then we're going to build on our Navy. And that's basically all we're going to do. And America will go from making $52 to $72 a turn. So let's go ahead and we'll place these. All right. Voila. Now we have decent navies on both sides and transports. So now we are a threat, and we can do some pretty hefty damage. But anyway, that's it for America. And like I said, with the J1 attack, the Spanish beachhead is pretty much out at this point. I will do a video on the Spanish beachhead. Spanish beachhead is a very good strategy, and stay tuned. See you.